Hello everybody, I'm BeakerTech, also known as Keegan, and welcome to StoneHearth. Now, this is a game that I have been following for quite some time, both sort of watching other people play it on YouTube and reading about it online on Steam and all that kind of good stuff, and I've been very excited to play it, but I've never actually got around to it, so I recently purchased it. And I thought I'd jump right in and also start recording. So this is quite literally the first time that I have booted up the game. So very excited to see what happens. It looks like an absolutely fantastic game. If you don't know what StoneHearth is, just keep watching because you're gonna find out. It's a beautiful little game. So let's just jump right in. This is the story of a brave band of settlers from either the Ascendancy or Raya's children. So let's go through these. The Ascendancy, earnest and hardworking, loyal and well-rounded. Citizens of the Citizens of the Ascendancy chop, build and farm, confident that the known world is theirs to inhabit. On the other hand, we have Raya's children. The people of the desert learned early that to survive, they needed each other, and preferably as many others as they could reach. Now, visitors find them generous hosts with access to goods from all over the world. Now, I genuinely don't know what picking either of these is going to do for me. All I know is that these guys say that they can chop, build, and farm confidently. And I feel I know enough about the game that building and farming is a big part of it. So I thought, let's go ahead and pick the Ascendancy. I know nothing about it. I'm just going to pick it. You can all hate me in the comments below if I should have picked the other one. Anyway, a brave band of settlers from the Ascendancy, a prosperous and industrious kingdom. Seeking new lands and adventure, they set off to either a temperate biome with forests, rivers, and mountains, default home of the Ascendancy. Okay, there we go. Or the dry and sandy, chunky hills and sparse vegetation, which is the default home of Raya's children. Well, I guess it's the default home of the Ascendancy, so let's go ahead and pick that. So they set off to Darkmoor Forest, a location that is now hidden. Difficulty either peaceful, which is a sandbox mode where you're free to build without worrying about invaders, normal, adventure forth in a world fraught with danger. Your town will be subject to raiding enemies, or hard, face more difficult monsters than normal mode. Well, I always think that the first time you play a game, you should always play it on normal, on default, because that's the way that it was obviously intended. That is the, the stock standard. That's what the developers want you to experience. So I'm gonna go with that, and then if we ever get around to playing this again on different, difficulty levels, we can play around with it. But for the first run through, we're sticking with normal. So Darkmoor Forest, a location that is sure to be an inspiring place to start anew. And I guess without further ado, begin. So here we go. This is our little people, the little members of our town here, I guess. So what do we have on the screen? We've got Mind, which is the ability to think intelligently. A high mind stat allows a halfling. Oh, they're called halfling. Oh, that's adorable. Sorry. A high mind stat allows a halfling to excel in complex mental activities such as crafting, influences diligence, curiosity, and inventiveness. This one here is body. Competence at physical activities. Halflings with a high body stat will move a bit faster, attack harder, and live longer. Influences muscle, speed, and stamina. And the last one here is Spirit. Faith in other people. A high spirit halfling will easily befriend animals and stand strong against enemies. It influences courage, willpower, and compassion. So I guess because this one here allows you to fight better, and then your spirit allows you to stand strong against enemies, you want someone that has a combination of the two. So if we look over here, we've got someone that's got 4 and 4, which seems pretty decent. We've got someone with a 1 and a 6, so that's really good spirit by the looks of things, but terrible body. And everyone's pretty good on the mind, really. We don't have anyone that stands out. in terms of body. Like, we've got, you know, 3 4s and 3 2s, so it's all right. It's not amazing. It's all right. We could go ahead and roll some new citizens, and in fact, I'm going to go and do that and just see what we get. So, okay, there we go. We've now got a 6 body, a 6 mind, a second 6 mind, and then a couple sort of all-rounders. So you know what? I think I'm happy with that. We'll leave it there. So moving on to the next section of the screen, which is the Traveler's Store. Now if we scroll, what do we have here? So we've got 150 gold, which is nice. We could get a Trapper's Knife, Farmer's Hoe. These things are a bit expensive. I don't know if I want these just yet. Like that's all of my gold. So I don't think I want that just yet. Down here we do have some food, which is only 10 each. So I feel like I should go ahead and just get all of this. Like, food is good, right? Like, it's a survival game of sorts, so food is normally a good thing to have. I don't know. That's my opinion. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take that, which leaves me with 100. So I guess I can get 2 of these. So the Herbalist Staff heals units. Okay, well, I don't know if I need to fight straight off the bat. Weaver makes thread, fabrics, and hangings from fiber and dye. Alright. Wooden Sword. The Footman is a melee fighter. A good choice for the backbone of your town's defense. Could be kind of useful. I mean, obviously, you know, if we're getting into fights, we'll probably need to be healed. But I feel like, I don't know, I feel like you want to be doing more damage first. Whenever I get into combat, I'm always like, yeah, more damage first, heal later. And the Farmer's Hoe, farmers till fields and harvest crops. Consistent food supply. Okay, well that, straight off the bat, the fact that it says consistent food supply, you know, I've got a bunch of food, but I need, Okay, don't re-click on things you've already bought. You know what, I'm gonna go for the Farmer's Hoe and the Wooden Sword. So we've got all the food, the Farmer's Hoe, the Wooden Sword, and a bunch of good citizens. Very, very exciting. Let's go ahead and embark, and we get to pick our settlement location. So here is the map, which is sort of the whole map, and then I believe, and again, correct me if I'm wrong, I believe that the square that you're seeing, the highlighted square, is the map that I have to work with. So once I pick a spot, the rest of the area isn't usable. It's only the section that I select, and then the yellow square in the middle is where I will actually spawn. And then over on the right here, you can see basically the different stats of the area. So if I spawn up here, I'm gonna have loads of minerals, but no wildlife and no trees and plants. If I spawn down here, I'll have no minerals, or little minerals, a lot of wildlife, and a decent amount of trees and plants, plus it's next to the water. Hopefully, I'm hoping that there's somewhere that will give me sort of all of it. See, as soon as I get in here, which is plenty of trees and plants, plenty of minerals, but no wildlife. So I'm... Ooh, that's 3 of each. It's also near the water. What's over here? If we go here, we have no trees and plants, no minerals, but plenty of wildlife. Not really what I want. We could do... Do we need minerals off the bat? I guess that's the real question. I think not. I think let's go here. We'll get, you know, lots of trees and plants, lots of wildlife, and a little bit of minerals, plus loads of water around, and I don't really know. I'm just gonna go ahead, pick this section. I don't want to be sitting too long on that screen. But what an adorable loading screen. Look at that. That is so cute. I really like escaping realism. Oh, that's fantastic. But that is a really nice loading screen. I hope there's more of that kind of art in the game. And here we go. So I guess it's first time I've loaded up, so it's giving me a tutorial. So move the camera, hold down the space bar, and then move the mouse. Oh, wow. Or the middle mouse button. Okay, so zoom in and out. Good. Middle mouse button to move around. And gotta place our town banner. Oh, and we can also rotate. That's nice. Okay, so where do we wanna go? Obviously, I feel like flat area would be would be good to start with. And then maybe being able to sort of dig into the hill a bit or something. Maybe get some minerals that way. There's whatever this is. I have no idea. It's a giant... Is that a giant bunny statue? Okay, well, there's a giant bunny statue here, so I definitely want to be somewhere around here. So let's go ahead and place my town banner. And I'm just going to go down right here. Boom! There we go. And this is going to be... We are going to be settling... Tick City. Yeah. There we go. Lovely. Tick City Town. Really? Come on. It's called City. You don't need to call it Town, guys. Anyway, initial supplies. Description. If we're going to get this town off the ground, we'll need wood and lots of it. Chop down some nearby trees. You know what? Let's skip the tutorial. Let's just wing it. Let's see what... how do I pause? Oh, over here. Straight away I say, oh, I don't need a tutorial. And then, guys, how do I pause? How do I pause? Anyway, still learning the controls of the camera, but that's fine. Let's go ahead and harvest. Let's go ahead and gather some trees. And I'm just going to clear cut this whole area here. This whole section is all going to be mine. So there we go. We'll do that. And one of the things that I did see in a YouTube video, and I've been watching a few people play, is that I should designate zones. And the zones for storage. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and designate a zone. We're going to go out about yay much from the wall. And we're going to go 20 by 20. And this is going to be resources only. So we'll go ahead and select none, and we'll select resource. So this is going to be just our resources, okay? So go ahead, we'll do that. We'll then go over by... Yeah, we'll go over by 2. We'll do another 20 by 20. And this time, it's going to be construction and tools and goods. Fantastic, good stuff. We'll do that. And another 2. And in here, we're going to have food and drink and wealth. And again, I don't know if that's, the right kind of thing to do. It's just sort of what I've seen other people do. So I'm going to start off with it now. For now, and it will probably all change in the future. Because that's kind of, that's how things happen. And we can't place a farm because we need a farmer. And we could do some buildings. But let's go ahead and give people a job. How do I... If I click on one of these guys... Okay, so it's going to show me on the left their stats. So for a farmer, I want someone with high mind, I believe, is the idea. So you've got 6, 4, and 2, and you've got 6, 4, and 3. I'm going to set you to be my farmer. So that's over here. So you're going to be my farmer. Fantastic. We're also going to go and set our fighter, our warrior, and I'm just looking for... You've got 6 body, so you're just straight away going to be the footman, our fighter, which is fantastic. And then I also need a crafting guy, and again I want high mind, so we're going to set the guy who has... Yeah, the guy who has 6 is going to become our carpenter. So that's fantastic. There we go. Lovely. Just like that. And now we should be able to designate... No farm yet. Maybe if we hit play. Why can I not designate a farmer? Oh, look at that. They're picking up. There we go. Look, they're the things. Oh, that's fantastic. Okay, so now... Okay, 1 is to pause, 2 is to play. All right, I've got to remember that. I keep hitting space, and it's not space. Anyway, let's go ahead and put a farm down. And I believe we go 6 by 6. I'm just gonna leave it for now. And we put 2 in between, is it? And we go 6 by 6. No. Okay, so it must be... let's remove that. Maybe it's 1 gap. So if we go 6 by 6... Yeah, so we can do 3 across there. And this one here is going to be... let's get some fast growing stuff. Let's get... Well, they're all actually fast growing. So let's get turnip on there. There we go. Turnip, we'll get carrot. And then on this one... Oh, so we've got turnip, we've got carrot, and then here we'll get pumpkin. Fantastic. I'll do another set of these, but I won't put anything in them just yet. I'll just leave them be. So we'll go ahead and do that. But at least that way I'll know that that's the plan, right? Because by now, if you've watched a lot of my videos, you'll know I tend to forget things. So let's just make sure that that doesn't happen. Anyway, let's go ahead and go to full speed, which is number 3. And we can see these guys are getting loads of wood over here, which is really, really good. But can I just say how adorable these guys look? Look at it. Ah, it's so cute. Okay, just walk through me, that's fine. But look at it. So cool. And there we go. Boom, they're starting to put wood down into the storage area, so that is fantastic. Now, one thing I will need is to get a carpenter. Well, I did allocate the carpenter, so let's see if we can't build ourselves a carpenter workbench. Requires some wood, and that's about it. So let's go ahead and craft one of those. What else can we build? We can build a log pile, we can build a crate, some window boxes, they require some flowers, a weaver's spindle, not particularly interested in that. But here we go, we have got a grizzled traveler. So down here, grizzled traveler approaches, and they've given us a basket of turnips and 1 rabbit jerky, which is absolutely lovely of them. Thank you for that. Much appreciated. Anyway, we have got the carpenter's workbench, so let's go ahead and place that down. And for now, I'm just going to place it just here. It's just going to be placed down, and the people can go and plonk that down. And with that done, I'm gonna start on what is... You're probably waiting for it? What I think the most brilliant feature of this game, and that is the building. So if you guys haven't seen this game at all yet, prepare to be shocked. Because basically, you can either place down, some of your own buildings and all this kind of, pre-built or whatever. That's fine. Or you can design a building. I'm not kidding you. You can design buildings. Yes, my friends. So I want to dig into here at some point. So I want to build at some point a sort of mine entrance and some cool stuff over here. But I also want to get some houses. So let's go ahead and get some houses down. I think 3. We'll have houses on the left and right, and then we'll have the carpenter's workshop in the middle. So let's get started on that. We're going to go a little bit out from all this stuff because we want some room for pathways. And then we're just going to make this 20 wide, so it's the same width as the allotment. And we're going to we'll go 10 up. But I want it sort of to be T-shaped. So if it's 20 across and we go 5 in, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we go here. We go across by 10. That leaves it quite nice. And we'll go about there. Obviously it's being blocked by this, but that's fine. So we'll do that. So that's going to be the shape of our house with the entrance over here. Because for now this is the center of town. It'll eventually expand, but for now we'll have our front doors across the front here. So let's go ahead and do walls, and boom, it just places them down. However, I am gonna pick a different kind of pattern for these walls. So how do I select all walls? Can I? I'd like to select all my walls, please. Anyone? Okay, apparently I don't quite know how to select all my walls, so please let me know down below how to do that. But basically, we can pick different colors, or we can do some patterns, and quite frankly, I think this pattern looks the coolest. This one's kind of nice with the stripes, but the Napa and Ash, to me, looks the best. So we'll just go through, we'll select everything manually, but hopefully there is a way to select them all, and you guys will let me know how to do it in the comments below. We can also change the color of the posts, however, I kind of like them how they are. So down here we could get wood logs, we could get stone, which we don't have yet, or we could do clay bricks. And again, we can change the color. But I quite like the dark, contrasting against the light that we've got here. So we'll go ahead and do that. We've already got our foundation, we've got our walls. Next up, we need a roof. So we go ahead, we place it, and yeah, I don't really like that. So we can go ahead and sort of change the angles. We can make it sloped on every single side like that. We could remove it so it's only sloped on the two sides. You know what, I kind of like it set on all directions. We're going to go ahead, we're going to heighten it up just a little bit so that it reaches to a nice peak. And we're also going to make it just a little bit higher. Just a little bit. The houses on either side will be a bit shorter, but this one is going to be sort of a nice, we're going to get a nice sort of triangle shape when you look at all three houses from the front. So there we go. We can also give it an overhang, but you know what? I don't particularly want one, so that's fine. We'll do that. We'll go ahead and we'll put a door in, and we're going to bang it right in the middle. So that, it's a 3-wide door. It's not going to sit in the middle very nicely. So let's place it off to the side. We'll put a door there, and we'll also put a door on the. Again, I can't put one on the back, not tidily anyway. I could do one here on the side, so we'll do that. We'll put a back door off to the side. We'll put some windows in. We'll put some wide window frames, or do we want some tall window frames? I think wide windows would be nice. If we do one there, and then one there. Couple windows there. We'll do a tall window frame here and here. Same on the back here. We'll do one here, and then on the side again, here and there. There we go. So that there is gonna be our little house. Actually, no, I lie. I want some roads. I want a little pathway that's gonna come down, and it'll start just there. Eventually this will connect out all the way across and go down around. But for now, we'll just have that little one. And it will, actually, I say that, but it's actually going to connect out to the door here as well. A little bit of a gap around the building, and I think that looks quite nice. So let's go ahead and finish editing that building. We don't quite have everything we need for it yet. The carpenter has to build some of it, but that's okay. We'll go ahead and hit build. So yes, start building. There we go. We have that building there. And guys, that is it for now. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm going to be releasing a bunch of these today and trying to get as many of this out as possible because I am in love with this game. So check back in a couple minutes once you finish this video and the next one will be out. But guys, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, smash that like button. Also, don't forget to hit subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one.